What it do, bruh? Talk of the town, Nintendo, Doc Trey, still holding it down, still make the best games, and you know this, bro. It's the truth. You don't like it, you can have that seatbelt.
Yeah, it's surprising how well it works. You know, to be able to cull 30 million triangles a frame at even 30 hertz on a battery-powered device is impressive. You know, I think so. But yeah, for that and other things like that, you know, we rely heavily on taking advantage of what that architecture can do well. And you know, in some ways, even though it's a low-power device, the Switch is actually in some ways more advanced than the base PS4 and Xbox One. If you think about when those base consoles came out, you know, that was about 4 years before the Switch came out, and there were GPU technology advances in that time. Some of them made it into the Switch, and you know, so we have, it's kind of a strange hybrid, you know, where we can do things that kind of make up for the low power nature of the device.
All right, so I know strictly from the beginning of this video, a bunch of people are going to immediately dislike this video and go to the comment section talking nonsense because they don't realize what I'm actually saying and are not going to actually watch the video. So to them, I say, go ahead and have that seat. Now, the rest of us will have this discussion here. So make one thing clear here. I am not saying that the Nintendo Switch is more powerful than the PlayStation 4 Pro or the Xbox Scorpio or even the Xbox One. Because in terms of raw performance, it's not. However, what I am saying, at least based on all the information we have on the PlayStation 4 Pro and the Xbox Scorpio thus far, the Nintendo Switch features more modern chips, period. Now, the PlayStation 4 Pro and the Xbox One Scorpio are far more powerful than the Nintendo Switch, but the way they are achieving these better visuals is mostly due to brute force and not exactly newer technology. Now with the Nintendo Switch, Nintendo went a clean slate, and oh my gosh, I'm so glad that they did that. Now you guys probably remember probably a couple years ago I said they should ditch backwards compatibility, go with a clean slate so that they could get a system and a newer architecture that was much easier to develop for. And now you guys see what I meant all along. You guys are not missing Wii U backwards compatibility, are you? With all the games that we've getting announced for the Nintendo Switch, all the praise that the developers are giving the Switch in terms of ease of development, yeah, it's really been worth it. Add to the fact that a lot of these Wii U games are getting ported to the Switch. So yeah, there you go. So good job on Nintendo on that one. The CPU that the Nintendo Switch uses is newer and performs better per clock than that of the, I almost said Atari Jaguar, the AMD Jaguar Core. All right. Now, moving on to the GPU. Now, people gave Nintendo a lot of flack for using a standard Tegra X1 from 2015. But the crazy part is, while the GPU does not have the same horsepower, of course, as the PlayStation 4 Pro or the Xbox One Scorpio, the GPU is still newer than both of those. So what do you guys think about this? Now, like I said before, Nintendo Switch, when it comes to overall horsepower, it's not matching the other systems, but when all is said and done, it actually has newer tech